welcome to Oyinbo TV. My name is Bridget Tekpo, and if you join me for the first time, thank you very much for watching. And if you've been here and you subscribe, I thank you and I appreciate you. This is Oyinbo TV, and on my channel, I generally talk about issues that affect Africans who live in the diaspora. Today, I have a very important topic that I want to talk about, and it's about marriage. I don't know, for some reason, in the past few weeks, I've just been talking about marriage a lot. I don't know why the Holy Spirit is leading me to talk about marriage. I've got so many other topics, so many other ones that people have asked me to talk about that I've not been able to discuss. Because for some reason, I don't know, it's just been heavy on my mind to talk about marriage. I don't know why, but you just follow as God leads. The issue of submission is always something that is very dicey. It's something that is a subject that is a kind of, it's complex. So, what do we understand by submission? And is there any difference between submission and control? That's what I want to discuss today. As children growing up, you from the very young age, your parents will prepare you, mostly your mom will prepare you for marriage, and they will tell you this is how you behave when you go to your husband's house. This is what you should do when you get to your husband's house. Things like cooking, cleaning, looking after your husband, how you're going to look after your children. These are all the steps that African parents generally take to prepare their daughters for their role as wives. But I feel like some men were not properly given the same kind of orientation when they were growing up about the role of a husband or what a man is supposed to do in marriage. Some men in those generations did teach their sons how to be a man, how to be the head of the home, how to lead a woman, and how to be a good role model for your wife and your children. But for a lot of men, I can tell you categorically, from my own personal experience and from the experiences of friends and associates and people that I know, people that have spoken to me, I can tell you that a lot of African men did not get that same kind of training. They didn't get the same kind of preparation for marriage. Hence, we are where we are today. So, when we talk about submission, my own understanding of it is about submitting to your husband means that you listen, you're listening to him, you respect him, and you accept him as the head of the family. And now, this is another issue that, oftentimes creates a lot of tension in relationships. The issue of leadership. Yes, it's possible for you to have feminist ideas and still be able to submit. It's your understanding and the way you go about it that matters. So, it's about accepting a man who you are married to, your husband, as the leader. Because let's, be frank about it. Two captains cannot be in a ship. Two captains can certainly not be in a ship. So if you're a woman and you're going into a relationship and you feel like you and your husband, that you have the same equal opportunities, you have the same rights, and nobody is superior to anybody, and we have the same say, we have the same everything, then it's going to be a problem, because already the foundation is shaky, because that means you're not going to listen. You will not listen. You will not accept his leadership. I often say this to single girls, that if you are dating a man who you cannot respect, please don't marry that man, because that's where the problem starts. If you cannot it starts from respect and accepting a man as the head of the home, which is what, for all Christians out there, which is what the word of God says. So if you know that this guy that you are dating, he's not worthy of your respect because of maybe his behavior or the way he's handling issues, or maybe he's not matured emotionally, or for whatever reasons, or the way he's handling his finances, or whatever, then please, because if you marry a man that you do not respect, you're going to have problems accepting his role as the leader of the home. You will, because you've seen those traits in him already. He's immature. You don't respect him while you are dating. Then when you marry, all those things that you're saying are just going to be magnified. Because for you to submit to a man and to accept him as the leader of the home, you need to have respect. And what does that take? Let's digress a little bit. Respect means that for you to respect somebody means that he's talking and you're listening. and you're not trying to talk over him, or you're not trying to disrespect him in public, you're not trying to disrespect him where people are, you're not trying to disrespect him before your children. Those are the ways that you can show respect to a man. And I did talk about it in one previous video, that respect is very important to a man. No matter how small a man is, no matter how small, let's say he's a very, very small man like this in size, let's say he's a Aki and Popo, he's still a man. And in our African culture, men are raised with so much pride. They have got a lot of dignity. And the worst thing a woman can do is to strip them of that dignity, is to strip them of that respect, is to strip them of that honor that, you know, they are brought up with. A lot of African men have huge egos. That's just the truth. That's the way they are brought up. It's a cultural thing, because they are raised to fill that role automatically as a man. That's why you see in Africa, even today, even in the diaspora here, you see some ladies who haven't got male sons. They are panicking. I need a male child for my husband, because if I don't have a male child, he might go and have a child outside or whatever, or he might go and marry another wife or something. Because of that singular reason, that male children from a very young age are just giving that role as the head. They know it. Just growing up, they already know. That's why even when we're growing up, you see the boys don't do anything. You can't tell your brother to go and wash plates. Even your mom will shout at you and say, "Are you crazy? How can you tell your brother to go and wash plates? What about you are a girl? Won't you go to your husband's house? Come on, go and wash the plates." That's just our culture. You know, I'm not saying in today's day that's obtainable or that's right, because we all know that things change. The only thing that's constant is change. So things change. People need to adapt as they move on in life. When you don't change and you're very stiff in your beliefs, or you're very stiff and you're not flexible to walk around situations or to walk around your environment, then you're going to have problems. So, submission means yielding. You yield to a man. You yield to your husband. He's saying something. You listen. You yield to him. Say, okay, maybe you have a different opinion than what he's saying. Because, I mean, let's be realistic. One person is not always right all the time. But it's about you looking for an appropriate time to bring the issue up, to say, okay, you know what, sweetie, this thing that we've talked about, I don't think this is my own opinion about it. Why don't you do it this way? Why don't you do it? If he's still, you know, stubborn about it and say, no, this is how I want to do my thing, this is how I want to do my thing, you know, African men, it's for you to yield and just accept that. That's another thing, that's submission. Another thing is agreement. Agreement is being agreeable. You have to be agreeable. You can't be in disagreement all the time. Little things that you need to agree on. Like I said, it's difficult sometimes, because when women struggle with submission, because of this sort of situation that they find themselves, because of the kind of man that they marry. If a man is making very poor judgments, he's not making sound decisions about the family, the children, the finances and everything, then it's difficult to be in agreement with that kind of a man. It's very difficult, because you'll be like, no, I can't do it like this. For instance, I'll give you a typical example. If a man is hiding his finances, he's not telling you as his wife, you don't know how much he's earning. Then if he's saying, oh, I'm struggling with money, or if a man is sending money to Africa, this is very common to African men who live abroad. You're sending money to your family or to friends back home in Africa, and your wife does not know about it, you are hiding it. Then if the woman, and you know women, we tend to find things out, we will know one way or the other, because men, you know how you are. Maybe they will see the receipt, or they will see the whatever information that will be lying about, or they will hear you on the phone trying to transfer money and all that, and you didn't call someone that you call your wife. You didn't call them to say, okay, I want to send money to this person, this is what this person is going through, I want to send money to my parents. You hide money, you hide finances from your wife, who is supposed to be your helpmate. So when the time comes for her to help you, or for her to contribute, or for her to say, or for you to say, oh, can you do this, I haven't got this, she might not be so inclined to do it, because after all, she doesn't know what you're doing with your money. She doesn't know how much you're earning. You don't tell her how you appropriate your finances. So she's not, it's not a team. So she's not obliged. She's not, even if she will do it, she will do it very reluctantly. Let me tell you something about women. Women, maybe I should do another video about the heart of a woman. Women are so easy once you understand women. Trust me. People always say that women are complicated. No, women are very, very easy. All you have to do is to understand a woman. Once you understand a woman and you understand your wife, it's very easy. Very, very easy. Our mumu button is very easy to press. It's just for you to understand. And one way that you can understand a woman is to carry her along. Carry her along in everything that you are doing. Don't be so secretive. Some men, they hide everything. How can you be in a relationship with somebody, you are in a marriage relationship to somebody, and the person hardly know anything about the woman hardly know anything about your finances, but you want to know how much she's earning, you want to know how she's using her money. Then everybody is doing their own thing. That's to tell you already that there's a problem in the relationship, because if you're working together as a team, then the problem will not be there. So that's another issue with submission. Women will tend to submit more if and be in agreement more if they are aware of what their husbands are doing and they are being carried along, and you have conversations about plans, what you want to do and all that. So that is what submission is. I can go on and on and talk about submission. We all know what it is. It just simply means accepting leadership, accepting headship, accepting him as the head of the family, just as Christ is the head of the church. Simple. No two way about it. Every Christian knows that. Now, let's talk about control. I think a lot of African men generally don't understand that there is a difference between control and submission. Control is something that you force on someone. Submission is something that is done in love. If a woman wants to submit, you cannot force her. Oh, if you don't submit, hey, I will do you. It's something that is done in love, whereby control is an act of abuse.